Hello, welcome. I'm Midnight, and today we are finishing out our week with some cardio restore. We're gonna push hard for 10 minutes, get the heart rate up, and then end it with a nice restorative stretching on the mat. Today, we will need a mat or something to lie down on. Grab yourself a towel, a bigger towel that you can roll up. If you have like a half foam roller or something like that, a yoga block, that will also work. Just something that you can use to bolster yourself up for the restorative section. All right, gang, are we ready? Let's get into this cardio restore end of the week workout. First round is 45 seconds. You can stick to those low impact options the entire time. Second round, 30 seconds each. We boost up the intensity a little bit. Third round, 20 seconds each. Go as hard as you can. Should be breathless by the end of it. Start with just easy jog. Little jog it out. 3, 2, 1, little jog. We have 45 seconds here. Again, if you want to, just take it down to a march. Really use this first round to warm the body up. Get the blood pumping, wake up the body, and connect to your breath. Inhale, exhale. Forget about that breath, especially when we're doing something hard. But our muscles need oxygen. That's our fuel. So we gotta keep breathing. 10 seconds left. Draw the belly button in. Next, step outs. Side to side in 3, 2, 1, step out. Reach nice and long. Getting a stretch into the side body. If you want to add a little hop in between, you got it. Don't have to. Choices. As long as your heart rate is getting up, you feel that heat building in the body, you feel that breath deepening, you're doing what you need to do. 10 more seconds. Next, hamstring curls, pulling with the arms. In 3, 2, 1, hamstring curls. Squeeze elbows back behind you. I'll turn to the side so you can see that heel's coming all the way up to the butt. Not doing this lazy. I'm using my hamstrings, back of my legs, and my glutes to pull that heel up there. So add that extra power, add that extra effort. See how that feels. And if you need to back off at any time, just go back down to a march. 10 more seconds. Down into our plank next. 3, 2, 1, down to that plank. Cross mountain climber, knee to opposite elbow. If you can't get that knee all the way across, go where you can go. You can also do this on your knees. Yeah, do a little knee cross. It's about the twist of the body. Push through the shoulders. Really draw that belly button in. Lengthen through the crown of the head. I know, a lot to think about. Press into it. 10 more seconds. Three, 2, 1, stand it up, lateral lunge. Feet out nice and wide. It's going side to side. And using this first round, get those joints loose. Lateral lunge. I'll face the side again so you can see my back. Flat back. Tailbone reaching back behind me. Chest stays lifted. It's a hinge at the hips. Not rounding down. Trying to do that like bow position. Sticking the hips out. Working those hips side to side. We forget about lateral side movement. Do a lot of forward and back movement. We gotta hit the sides of our bodies too. Squat in 3, 2, 1, squat it down and up. Ground down through the heels. Squeeze the butt on the way up. Flex the toes off of the floor. Keep the chest lifted. Breathe. All right, we have a little tiny rest before we get to round 2. So can we speed these up? Go a little bit faster, fatigue those legs a little sooner. After this 10-minute push of cardio, we get to restore and relax the rest of the class. So let's earn it. We earn that rest no matter what. We always deserve some restore. 3, 2, 1, and shake it out. 15 seconds, all right? Going back again. Everything again, 30 seconds each. I will show you a higher intensity exercise now. You can stick to low impact or go up a little higher. Jogging it out in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. All right, so now maybe those knees start to come up a little bit higher and you start to pump those arms a little bigger. Or stick down to a march, stick to a gentle jog. All right, my breath is gonna start to get faster. I'm not gonna be able to cue as much soon. That's a good thing. Jacks in 3, 2, 1. Jumping jacks. Arms stay straight. Fingertips touch overhead every single time. Soften through the knees. How big can you get your jacks? Again, work for this movement. If you're used to doing jumping jacks, how can you make it a little bit more challenging? 3, 2, hamstring curls. Option to add a little hop underneath. Hop, hop. If that coordination is throwing you off, keep to a hamstring curl, regular hamstring. Ten more seconds. My breath is definitely getting heavier. Plank in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Cross mountain, option to stick here or run it out. Push through the arms. Still cross. Try to tap that knee to the elbow. Try being the main word. 10 seconds. Puddle jump in 3, 2, 1. Woo! Jump side to side. Or stick to the lateral lunge. Side to side motion. Bending the knees. Springing off that leg. Stopping the momentum. Using the outside of the hip. Squat jumps in 2, 1. Whew. Option, lift up on the toes. Or go to that full squat jump. Soft landing. How quiet can you land? Use those arms to pump. Use those legs. 10 more seconds. Three, 2, 1. Woo, 30-second rest. Shake it out. All right, one more round. Everything is 20 seconds each. Shorter, but you push as hard as you can. I'll show you the highest impact options. Your choice to go there or to stick to anything else. I'm not gonna be talking much during this one, so we wanna get up to that breathless state where we are not able to hold a conversation. Jogging out in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Pump the arms. Can the knees get higher? Three, 2, jumping jacks or star jumps. 4, 3, 2, butt kicks. Whew. Run it out. Heels all the way up. Plank in 3, 2, 1. Twisting through the core. Twist, jump in, jump out. In, out. Doesn't have to look pretty. Breathe up. Skaters, side to side. Take it down a little bit lower. Oh, this is only week 1. These moves may not feel strong. They'll feel stronger by the end of these 4 weeks, I promise. Power jump, power squat jump. Lastly, we got. Woo. Four, 3, 2, 1. Walk it out. Let's gently bring the heart rate down again. Whew, okay. Arms come out, gentle twist. Never want to just stop moving, especially after bringing the heart rate up that high. Good. Reach and up over other side. Just stopping is like slamming on the brakes to a car when it's going 100 miles per hour. Way better on the system to gently apply the brakes and slowly bring that heart rate down. So we want to do that same thing, take care of our bodies. Bring it down. Little crosses out in front, taps of the heels. Deep breath in and out. See how quickly you can settle the breath again. And give yourself a moment of recognition, a moment of thanks. Tell your body and your muscles, thanks for all that hard work you just did. Hopefully you feel that sweat coming on. You felt that little burn in the muscles. Thank your lungs. Whew. And now we get to do restore. Bring your mat in and have your rolled up towel handy. Whew. Start in quadruped position, working through some cat-cows. Round the spine, lengthen the spine. As we lengthen, keep the belly pulled in. Imagine like you're wearing a corset or a tight pair of pants. Something where you have to keep sucked in, otherwise the button may pop off. It's holding you in. It's your muscles, your transverse abdominis is your corset of your body. It's the Spanx of your body, as I like to say. It keeps everything wrapped in, supported, and trims the waist. Bring it to center, wag the tail, look over the shoulder, happy dog. Again, just settling that heart rate down. Notice if you're still gasping for air. Can you get a hold of that breath a little bit more? Cardio, we're challenging the heart, we're challenging the blood, pumping through our muscles. So we want to be able to bring it all up and also to settle it all down efficiently. Bring it center, circle around, disco poodle. Again, keep drawing the belly in. Don't let your stomach just hang out. You're lifting it up. Even in this position, I'm still scooping it up. A flame underneath my belly button. Circle other way. I don't want to burn my belly on the flame. So keep pulling it up away from the ground. Bring it back into a child's pose. Just give yourself a breath here. Settle into it. Notice how your hips feel. Puppy dog pose. Slide the hands forward. You can step the knees back. Hips over the knees. Press the shoulders down. Press the armpits down. Then keep lifting up the belly button. Look forward. If you want even more of a stretch, come up on the fingertips and push the heart to the ground. Opening up the chest, the front of the body. We'll bring it up. Back to your quadruped position. One hand goes behind the head. Spiral, lift up. Tap that elbow down to the opposite wrist. Now this may not feel like much, and that's okay. You may not get much of a twist. We're working the spine, working the rotation, trying to open up that armpit. A couple more. Trying to breathe. We're gonna gain the heart rate down. Realigning our energy. Thread this hand all the way through, down onto the shoulder, and just rock yourself forward and back, side to side. We're basically massaging out this muscle right on top of the shoulder, using your weight to massage into it, stretch into it. So pour your weight over that arm. Over to the other side. Hand goes behind the head, lift up to the heart. Elbow comes down towards the opposite wrist. Notice if one side is tighter than the other. This twist is definitely stickier than my other twist. It's always good to notice that. Try not to judge. Just observe. Be curious about your body. Last one. Take this hand, thread it through, pour your weight down. Give yourself a little massage. These moments are really about you tuning in to your body. Your body is probably going to need something a little bit different than my body, or a lot different than my body. Every person is different. Every body, every joint was built, grew differently. So just honor that. Go where you need to go. It can look different. It should look different, but it should feel good. Bring it all the way up. Ooh. All right, I'm gonna wipe myself off here. Are you dripping sweat too? All right, come all the way down onto the mat. Hand goes into cactus position, goalpost position. Turn towards that arm. Ooh, open up the chest. Press this shoulder down to the ground, and I'm lifting myself up and over. Now if you want a little extra spice of this, you can bend this top leg and reach that toe back behind. If you're feeling extra spicy, take this hand so you can reach on to that foot. Give yourself a little quad stretch while you're in this position. That's a lot of stuff going on, so you choose where your body needs to go. Breathe into it. This should feel challenging, but you should feel a release, not a tightening. Go to the other side. So if you're stretching so much that you feel your body seizing up, that's too far. Cactus position, goalpost, 90 degree. Roll yourself over. Option to bend this top leg. Option to take the hand, grab on, stretch open. So stretching, it's that fine balance. That's a good lesson in life too. Like we want to push ourselves, we want to challenge ourselves, we want to grow, but we don't want to push so hard where we're forcing something, where it hurts, where it's so unpleasant that it ends up hurting us in the long run. So you have to find wherever that balance is for you and your body, which usually means being a little bit more kind to it than we think we're supposed to. Bring it back to the front. Sphinx pose, elbows underneath the shoulders. Stretch the chest forward, lift the chest up. Keep the chin lifted towards the ceiling. Do gentle little head rolls. So we do so much downward, forward, rounding up the spine on our phones, on our computers. You know that, with babies, we give them tummy time so we can strengthen the neck muscles to hold their head up. I think as adults, we need more tummy time as well. We spend a lot of time doing this. You need the muscles to do this again. Good, bring it all the way down. Push yourself back up or get yourself back up to quadruped position. Taking one leg, crossing it behind the other. I'll show you what that looks like here. So I took one leg, I crossed it behind the other. My knees are together, sit back. And I kind of move around in the hips. I feel this in this hip. So the leg that's behind the other knee, and I sit back, I feel it in that hip. But you may feel it different, that's okay. And the hips get really tight and stiff with all the sitting we do. I've been saying this, and I will keep saying it. I have been in more of a typical muggle-like job the past 5 months where I've been sitting and driving a lot more. Get up to the other side. And my hips stiffened up after like 3 months of doing that. Sit back. Ooh, especially this hip, this side. Go side to side. Right, so we're never done. Like, we're never done on our fitness and wellness and movement journey. It's not like our bodies get to a point where it's like, yeah, you're good now. Check it off. You'll be good and mobile for the rest of the time. Like, it's a constant practice. And once our bodies stop moving, the joints react to that. So it's not even like we have to do that huge cardio workout every single day or every single week even. We just gotta move our bodies around. Just move those bones around. Bring it up. Ooh, all right. Bring one foot forward, other foot stays back behind. Press this hip down. Hip flexors. Our hip flexors get really tight. If you need to keep your hands down, you can. If you need extra cushioning underneath that back knee, you can set that towel underneath there instead. And that might actually deepen the stretch too. Good, set it back and bring it forward. Just going through this a few times, back and forward. And getting into the hips. And try to shine the heart forward. We're not doing that rounding of the spine, we're lengthening through the tailbone. Set it back. Take the front foot, cross it over into your pigeon pose. This is if you need that bolster to come underneath this hip, it can come underneath the hip for a little extra added support. Even if you don't need it, maybe try it. Maybe if this position you're used to doing without a bolster, just see what it feels like with a bolster. Maybe you can breathe and relax into it a little bit more. Come up and over, lengthen the spine, come all the way down. Give yourself a gentle sway. And try to release into it. Can you find the calm? Can you find the enjoyment? Bring it up. Bend that back foot. See if you can reach back behind. If you can grab it, great. If you can't, no worries. Just reach for it. Pull the knee in if you can. Pull that heel in. You gotta stretch to the top of the thigh. Open up that shoulder. If this feels way too pretzel-y, not accessible for you today, just go in here or just twisting open here. Switch it over to the other side. Bring it back, other leg comes forward. If you need this for a little cushioning underneath that back knee, to begin with, go for it. Press down, this hip pushes down to the floor. Hip flexors, opening up. Chest stays lifted, pull the tailbone back. Lift it through the heart. If you want to come up a little bit higher, you can. When you go up higher, just make sure it's not dumping into your low back. So if you feel this ache in your low back, keep it down here. Keep that belly drawn in. Bring yourself forward and back. Oh, especially with all that jumping, you gotta stretch out the hamstrings, get into the legs. And then again, notice how your jumping was. I noticed how mine was, especially that third round. A little more thumping, a little heavier jumps than maybe what I'm hoping for. But I'm going to compare that to week 4 and see how much it changes or not. And not necessarily judging it, just curious. Hold it back, bring the foot across, bring it down. Use this bolster if you need it under that hip, pigeon pose. Extend the back leg behind, front leg is bent. Lift up through the heart and stretch yourself over. Just again, try to relax into this position. Breathe into it. Maybe sweat into your mat. I'm still dripping sweat over here. And relax your belly. Expand through the lungs. Bring yourself up. Bend the back leg. Reach back behind you so it's opposite hand of the foot that you're trying to grab onto. Maybe you pull it in. Maybe you open up to the heart. Find that spinal twist. Maybe you're just reaching for the leg, or maybe you're just twisting through the spine. All options are valid. All options are great. All right, last thing we got. Keep that rolled up towel. You're gonna lay down onto your spine, onto the towel. Let the head come off. If this feels too uncomfortable for you, take the towel out, but this is just gonna give us some extra space to really work the back body. Pull the belly button in. Now what usually happens here is that our ribs like to come out. Draw the ribs down and in, that 1, 2, 3 connection of our core. Suck the belly button in, pull the lower back, try and flatten the lower back down into the mat, and tuck the ribs in. Again, 1, 2, 3 connection of the core. Suck the belly button down, lower back presses down to the mat, pull the tailbone away from you, ribs tucked down and in. Try to keep this connection as we work our arms, reaching the arms overhead, and opening up long. Wrap your shoulders, your shoulder blades around the towel or around the half foam roller, whatever you're using. If you have a yoga block, just set that yoga block so you're laying on the narrow end of it as it's standing upright. Or again, you can do this on the floor. Again, just make sure that those ribs stay down. You're trying to open up your shoulders. Circle other direction. If you need to, you can also bend your knees. Sometimes that makes it a little bit easier to keep that lower back pressing down towards the floor. Can you keep the back of your arms along the floor the entire way? And trying, without letting the ribs come up. Reach the arms overhead, cactus the arms, pull the elbows down, try and skim the back of your forearms along the floor and lift up. So this is big chest opening, big shoulder opening, again to combat all of that downward, forward hunching that many of us do. Keep drawing that belly button down and in. You should feel a nice stretch and opening through the chest. If you don't feel anything at all, that's okay too. You're still benefiting from this movement by just moving your bones around. Last one. Hands go behind the head. Interlace the hands into your boss pose. Open up, let it all just sink down. Try to press the arms back. Then see if you can push your elbows into the floor and even lift your head up off of the mat. So I'm pushing my hands into my head and lifting the chin straight towards the ceiling. I release back down again. Draw the elbows in. And open back up, press the elbows into the floor, lift up the head. Keep the belly drawn in. Lower down, elbows in. A couple more like that. Open up, press, lift, squeeze shoulder blades together. Pinch that mat, pinch that towel underneath your shoulder blades. Last one. Open and lift. And lower it down. Yes. Curl yourself all the way up. Give yourself a stretch forward. You walk out the hips. All right, gang. Whew. Flex the feet, point the feet. Take your fingers, this might be weird if you have any. If you don't want to do this, it's okay, but it's super good for your feet. Interlace your fingers in between the toes. Try and open up the gaps in between your toes. I know, weird, right? But we're trying to move the joints of our feet too. Our feet did a lot. They did all of that jumping for us. Do a little flex and point. If this really hurts, then back it off. But also, this isn't the most comfortable for me. It gives me a little sign. I need to work my toe joints a little bit more. Give them some more movement. Open them up. You can also just kind of point the toes down and pull the toes back. We do that all the time to our fingers. We stretch our fingers out all the time. We never do that to our toes. Our toes are working just as hard as our fingers are. Let's give them some love. All right, gang. Roll yourself all the way down. Roll the shoulders back behind you. If you want to use the pillow or use the mat as a little pillow, you can. We're ending on the mat today. Just take your legs, give them a little internal rotation, external rotation, in and out, in and out. And just let them release. Same with your upper body. Tense your upper body, lift up. Tense the fingers, squeeze the shoulder blades, pull the belly button in, push your body to the floor, then release. Whole body tension, tense everything up, squeeze, push your body into the floor, squeeze your glutes, tense up your face, squeeze through the neck, push into the ground a little bit harder. 3, 2, 1, release, sink, melt into the floor. Close your eyes. Take a deep inhale. Let all of that work, let all of that movement sink into the body. Start to create the changes on that deep foundational level. A moment of stillness, of silence. Just be present. What does it feel like to be in your body right now? Maybe a moment of gratitude. Again, thanking your body, your mind, your spirit for everything, all the effort, all the hard work you just put into this workout. Thank your able moving body for playing and moving with you today. Let all of that hard work renew you to be fitter, faster, stronger, healthier, gentler, kinder to yourself and to others going forward. Keep your eyes closed, roll onto your side, gently push yourself up, come to a cross-legged or whatever comfortable seated position you need. And if you want to use the towel to sit up on, you can. Take a deep inhale, lift up through the crown of the head, draw energy through the top of your skull. Roll the shoulders up, back, down. Draw the belly in. Feel that connection from the earth to the sky. Slowly blink your eyes open if they aren't open already. And with our fluffing aura, bring your hands together. Bring all the good juju, all the intentions for this weekend, for whatever else you have going on today, into your hands. A little shake out, crossed up top, in the middle, down low. Scoop the energy up and let it rain down on you. That is all, friends. That is it for your cardio restore. Woo! From one end of the spectrum to the other, right? I hope you feel rejuvenated, refreshed, got a good sweat on, got a good stretch on. If you're interested in becoming a Patreon member, you can sign up at patreon.com/movewithmidnight. Check out the full 4-week challenge information at our website, as well as our other classes and services, and check out the rest of our YouTube channel for all of our other classes. We got a lot of stuff going on this channel. For those doing the 4-week challenge, your journal prompt today is to reflect on what are some situations where you had a growth mindset or a fixed mindset this past week or recently. And how did that feel? What sort of thoughts came up? What feelings came up? And what sort of mindset do you want to have in these situations moving forward? Your movement prompt for this weekend is pretty simple, 10 to 15 minutes of doing an activity you love to do. So that can be playing frisbee, taking a walk with friends, dancing around in your living room, stretching. If you're not sure, if you're like, I don't really have a movement that I think I like, I don't really know, put on your favorite songs and just move your body around. You know, no one's gonna see this, maybe. Maybe you'll wanna show everyone this, but it's just for you. Just see how allow your body to move in a free and playful way. Isn't that revolutionary? But it's so important to do. So give yourself that permission. Maybe start with just one song, 3 minutes, and see how your body does. Journal about how it felt, what happened for you. Again, no right or wrong answers. This is just an opportunity for us to deepen our relationship with ourselves and with our movements. Thanks so much, everyone. I really enjoyed sweating with you hard and then stretching out with you ooey gooey. Have a great rest of your day. Thanks for moving with us and hope to see you next time. See you later.